Okay, it's time for Yang News of the Day, episode 6. If you don't know, I'm doing a segment called Yang News of the Day every day, Monday through Friday, where I scoop up a few Yang items of the day, tweets, articles, and I go over them with you. So let's get into it. Yang News item number 1. The latest Monmouth poll data came out yesterday for June 19th. And it has Andrew Yang sitting at 2%. This is an increase of 1%. Back in May, he was sitting at 1%. So, boom. He got a 1% bump. The context here, it's pre-debates. So he's basically getting that off his own popularity on the internet, hitting cable news shows. It's an indicator that there is traction out there. So Andrew Yang's pick up traction. And of course, that's a good thing. Okay, next Yang item of the day. So Andrew Yang has his goal of 3.5 million he wants to raise by June 30th. And right now he is currently sitting at $1.95 million. So, 10 days, he's got 10 days to reach his goal. It doesn't really look like he's going to make it. But, donate anyway. I'll leave the link down below if you haven't donated to Andrew Yang's campaign. Do so now. So, yeah, there's nothing to worry about there. That was just his own goal. I mean, a lot of us make goals all the time. We don't reach them. It just happens. But nonetheless, $2 million. Pretty good. Okay, so now I want to get into some Yang tweets. I have 2 tweets here to go over, and I think these are very important. Okay. Tweet number 1, quote, "Escalating tensions with Iran are a massive move in the wrong direction. The American people have very low desire for another conflict in the region. I would re-enter the multilateral 2015 Iran agreement with the UK, France, Russia, and Germany and pursue diplomatic solutions." End quote. Fully agree. Andrew Yang is correct to assume that we should return to the 2015 Iran agreement, which ostensibly stopped Iran from having a nuclear weapon for 10 years. Yeah, we backed out of that deal. I mean, it's okay to be worried. These neocons are ramping up the war drum with the tanker situation, and now I just heard something about a drone being shot down over international territory. They're really going for the jugular here, and this is just, it's going to be catastrophic if it ever launches off the ground. So we need to rejoin the Iran agreement from 2015 with our allies. I fully agree with this statement. Okay. And just another side note, I want to see more tweets like this from Andrew Yang. Andrew Yang has a strong economic outlook on the domestic front. He's strong on social issues, somewhat strong on social issues, but on world politics, I don't hear too much. I think that people really look for a candidate who has a strong balance across economics, social issues, and world politics. So I would like to see Andrew broaden his paintbrush, if you will, including more world politics tweets. I just think people notice these things. If someone's too unbalanced, we noticed it with Bernie. We called Bernie out on him being weak on foreign policy in some areas. So people notice, and it's good to be balanced. I think Andrew Yang would understand this, and I want to see more tweets like this. Okay, next tweet. Quote, "Pretending we can round up 12 million plus undocumented immigrants is a non-starter. It would collapse economies, it would collapse regional economies, separate families, and is essentially an impossibility. We need to provide a long-term path to citizenship and start addressing the issues in an honest way." End quote. Fully agree. It just sounds like fascism when you think about it, right? They're going to round up 12 million people? It's insane. How can you do this? The logistics are just impossible. There's no way this can happen. But he was right to call out it would collapse regional economies, separate families. It is essentially an impossibility. Like, logistically, it's an impossibility. Like, there's just no way it's going to happen. It's red meat for the base. I understand how, people who are overtly concerned about border security and safety and all that stuff, how they're just like, oh yeah, let's round them up. Not even understanding how fascistic that is. This is messed up, man. But anyways, I agree with the sentiment here. I agree with Andrew Yang when he's talking about we don't need to round up 12 million undocumented immigrants. We just need to provide a pathway and then work with trying to find solutions, okay, in a reasonable way, okay? That's usually at the border. Doesn't mean a border wall, but usually it starts at the border. But Trump administration is insane. And another thing here, like I don't always fully agree with Andrew Yang. I'm going to tell you whether I agree with Andrew Yang or not. I want you to know that, okay? I'm somewhat of a cheerleader for him, but I don't have allegiances with politicians, okay? I will call a politician out if I don't think they're in the right. So I just want you to know that going forward. I'm not a tribalist. I don't want to be a tribalist. I don't want you to be a tribalist. I want you to think and reason honestly. And I even think Andrew Yang would follow that lead. Like, he would want you to call him out if he's wrong, or, just voice your opinion if you think something's a bit off. So we should be open about that here. I want to be open about that here in the comments when we have dialogue, because I value our dialogue. I value your comments. And I want to have, an honest dialogue, an honest debate. So just want to throw that out there. So these are the Yang items of the day. Why not? Episode 6. So let me know what you think. Comment down below, like, share, and subscribe.